Hello friends, Drew here in beautiful 𝗗𝘁'𝘀, Pennsylvania, down in the basement of a home, and customer asked us to come in and take care of some flooring along with some other challenges which we'll give you a tour through. So the new flooring is down, baseboard is where it needs to be, and then we are going to be coming in here later this week to finish with the quarter round that's going to be going in. So I'm going to kind of give you the tour around through a fairly substantial space. There's lots of things to move and shuffle and get out of the way so that the guys could come through the flooring and kind of put something down and then transition and then put some other things down. And there was some rooms that we did not get into that were just left that there. But all the way down through this main space here with a couple of tables and cabinets and things. And then back into this other side offshoot. And we got a transition from one floor height down to the next. And then coming back out into the back room here. So you can see there's some fairly large pieces of equipment we had to kind of shuffle around and work through. But ran this all the way through and then across this other side. So one of the other pieces of this project was a new back door. This is, basement door going out through a 𝗗𝘁'𝘀 and had seen better days. So the guys worked to get this in. It was a little bit of a challenge. Norm will tell you that there was a couple of headaches involved just because of how the original door had been mounted in here, and the jamb thickness was not a normal standard thickness for the wood material that was here to mount to. So we actually had to make some modifications and change how this was set up so that this would be installed the way that it needed to be for everything that's going to be going on back here. So we got that set. Now, part of what precipitated all of this, at one point they had water down here in the basement, and there was a power outage and some challenges with the sump pumps not pumping water out. So they had actually gone through and ripped out a lot of the walls and the baseboard on the bottom, and had a basement waterproofing come through and put in part of this drain tile system. And underneath, so we're left, we've got raw concrete here. We've actually got a step down in this space down to where the drain is. And then this is sitting on top of the original tile floor and a couple other things that are there. So I'll take you into the other room. You can kind of get a glimpse of it here, where you get the stud wall that came down, and the drywall, of course, has all been cut out behind where the baseboard had been before. We've got a pressure-treated plate that we've since put back into the bottom and reattached some of the stud and crippled them in, got them reconnected, and then put down here on the bottom 𝗷𝘂𝘀𝘁 plastic Versatex. We just took a 4x8 sheet and started ripping it down to fill in those gaps, because if you didn't do that, then the baseboard would not sit plumb. So you got a little bit better view of it over here, where you can kind of get a sense for the new plate that we had to put in, and then taking and getting the stud cripples in. There's the normal amount of the plate up inside the wall here, and then put this spacer underneath, and then the pressure treated one on the floor, and this 𝗷𝘂𝘀𝘁 out in front of it so that we have something to mount the baseboard to. So that in and of itself, getting this back together after the waterproofing team was done with it, was a bit of a challenge. So we got the framing taken care of first. Once the framing was done, then the flooring crew was able to come through, and we're working on the baseboard and the quarter round to kind of wrap this thing up. Customers gonna be doing their own nail file and their own paint, and they're pretty handy, so taking care of those kind of pieces. But I just wanted you to get a sense for what it looks like when you try to run a luxury vinyl plank flooring product throughout your basement like this. It can absolutely be done, and there's a fair amount, especially when your basement's broken up like this. There's a lot of extra detail work that has to get in, figuring out getting the stair trim on and where that needs to be, getting the doors back together on the closet. So there's lots of little nuances here to be finished, but generally speaking, the flooring crew did a phenomenal job. This is beautiful. Everything looks nice and straight. Everything's parallel. They got a nice randomness to the floor tile pattern as far as where the seams are, and pretty happy with how that all came together. So wanted to give you a tour down here. When I tell you we do a little bit of everything, we're not kidding. Roofing, siding, windows, doors, decks, finishing your basement, remodeling your bathroom, renovating your kitchen, all those interior projects, drywall, plumbing, spackle, paint, and of course flooring, tile work, kitchen backsplashes. There's not much that our team doesn't get into. We have a dedicated office staff standing by to answer your phone calls weekdays, 9:30 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. They can be reached at 484-748-0008. Please choose option 2 for Cope Construction and Renovation, and extension 2 for new projects. Cope Build is your full-service construction and renovation company and a Pennsylvania home improvement contractor, number 88078. Remember, when we're finished with your project, you'll be proud to say it's not just done. It was Cope Built. We'll catch you on another video. Bye for now.